final story, and I really need us to get into this, is protecting journalists. And this is coming from a Daily Analyst. And it says here, stay away from Farouk Mahama. Now, the GJA, the GIBA, Primpag, and MFWA hit Yendi MP with media blackout. And the story, you can get it in the paper. Now, let me just quickly read a couple of lines from what we have on Citi Newsroom.com. GJA, others blacklist Yendi MP Farouk Mahama for assaulting Citi News reporter. Now, let me just say here, there's a quote here. The groups entreated journalists to adhere to the directive, and it says here, my colleagues, it is our hope that all media houses will rally behind our call and ensure that they adhere to the directives. This is in our shared interest. The GJA called on the Ghana Police Service to speed up investigations into the case and arraign the perpetrators before court to face the full rigors of the law. The GJA has also given the MPP a 10-day ultimatum to hear from them, threatening to advise themselves if they fail. We give the MPP, regional and national, and the Ghana Police Service a 10-day ultimatum each to hear from them. They should arrest the perpetrators. If they fail, we shall advise ourselves. Now, this is regarding the assault of our correspondent, Northern Regional correspondent, Citi's correspondent, Mohammed Aminu M. Alabira. And the GJA had this presser yesterday. Let me start with you, Alex. Your thoughts,
I'm very pleased with the initiative by the GJA.
Okay.
Because it will expose all of us political parties and the reality will come to the fore. And what do I mean? Every time people say NDC, MPP, we are the same. NDC, MPP, we are the same. And this is one area we have to see how much we are the same.
How similar you are.
Exactly. At the moment, it's 2-0. So let's see how far we go with it. Because both people who have now been blacklisted come from the MPP fraternity. Fact. That is not to say that we may not in future. How are Kumsi?
Yes.
And now, sometimes you don't need to be blacklisted, though. You yourself, you are black already.
You fair enough. You have your black.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm a proud black man, so I like that.
Yeah.
So that is good for me. But blacklisted is the issue, and the two having been black are the MPP people who have been blacklisted. Let's be clear. Because if we had come and we were having a debate, you see people going around say, oh, but in this year you did this, and in this year you did that. We are now here, and they have started. Please continue, so that we all see what our find is level. The amount of violence that is going on is not new, but the extent of it and how it's going, it's just not acceptable. And so, if the people are being what's the term that is being used? Clearing agent syndrome. So things cannot be dealt with properly. Then when you have an organization like the media saying, okay, we will just not cover you any longer. Be it NDC, MPP, CPP. People will now start ticking and say yes. And it would clearly mean that we, the political parties, have to then take a stance and say, hey, when you go out there, control yourself, because if you add. So my message to the NDC is, take a cue from it and everybody go and behave. Because at the moment, if this was AFCON, we don't have to go to extra time. It's 2-0 down. We are in it.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so Alfred, your thoughts on this? And I would like to say that there was an assault also on one of our other reporters as well, right here in Accra, Akosia Ochu. And this was happening during an NDC event, and the NDC was relatively quick to respond, and they came to apologize with the whole entourage, to the station and to Akosia herself personally. So, using that as a backdrop, I want to hear your comments on this.
I thought the national officers have responded to or have written to the journalists to apologize. And
have they?
I thought so. I thought I heard something like that.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything like that.
I can't confirm. But I would say that it's rather unfortunate. I don't think this is in the right direction. We believe in media freedom. We came to look and make sure that the media is more protected and also they have a say. And the repeal of the libel laws and everything shows how we are focused in making sure that they have a voice. The media has a voice in our government and in subsequent governments, because it's been on the table for a very long time that nothing was done about it. So if such an incident happens, and it's been happening, I don't subscribe to that. I mean, if there's an issue, there's an issue. And I don't think beating of a journalist or beating someone, or if you want to interview me and I said no, I walk away. I don't need to stand there, insult you. Even insult is not acceptable. How much more hitting and more treating the person. So I would say if it really happened, I'm not too sure about the events.
Oh no, I mean we have
there.
the footage
If
and everything.
If it's really happened,
so
it's an unfortunate thing, and I mean, I will, on my behalf, I'll say sorry about that. I believe that the party will take it up and will do the necessary thing. I think that what my brother should do is to render an apology. Let's not fight it, or let's not show machoism in this. If there are footages there to show that someone has been maltreated, come out and say that, listen, maybe what I did was wrong. I'm sorry about that. Or what my people did, maybe it's not you, but some people did it on your behalf. You apologize and do that, and then we move on and work together. Because we cannot do without you. We cannot do without the media. And the media too cannot do without us. We work hand in hand to make sure that to make sure that the country is put on the best pedestal and we move together. So right. I'd say that it's an unfortunate thing. I believe that Farouk will do the right thing. I mean, he'll be spoken to and the right things will be done. And I believe that the party hierarchy too will come out and do their needful.
I would like to say that on the 6 a.m. news today on 97.3 Citi FM, I heard that Mavis Hawa Kumsen had withdrawn her suit because she had filed a suit against the GGA for the blackout. But she had withdrawn it and was rather looking to sit and have conversations with them. To go. The GGA had, commented on that as well. So
I commend her. She should never have done it in the first place.
Yeah.
The way
when you're commending,
you see, this is the point. No, you see, the point is that we do a lot of things in you are in government, you are a government in power, and you are a minister of state, and this has happened. Why are you taking the GGA on? You don't. It's not. Well,
all right.
I will take your advice.
It's a good move, and I applaud her for that. And I also want to seek the listen of the other fellow officers that let's not rush in thinking that the court is the final arbiter. So we would always want to sue people. Sometimes meeting the person and talking, maybe you have two different ideas, you have two different communication and it will not help in always fighting each other.
I commend her for withdrawing.
And it's very good. And Aliu should, Farouk should also do the same thing.
All right, thank you very much.
And I promise Alex to bring him his cook for the speech he's going to listen to.
Yes.
And very soon, I mean, after this, and when the doctor comes into office, he will join us to make sure that we move this country forward in the right direction. Not to go and learn and do homework and come back and
thank you to my guest this
promise
morning,
the same promises.
Mr. Alex Segbefia is the Director of International Relations with the ADC, and Mr. Alfred Thompson, member of the MPP National Communications team.